Hello everyone, I'm Nuno the Second and today we are here for round number 2 of Ultimate League Season 13 Sim Race, and today we are gonna be racing in Horschenleben, and I'm not really sure if I'm actually pronouncing the name right, but either way it is a German track for this game made by Levy, and I think it was used in DTM in the past. I'm not sure if it is used nowadays, I don't think so, but either way let's then take a look into the standings as we got already round 1. As here we go, it's Mari Frias leading the way after the win, and pole position, also fastest lap, so she got absolutely everything right, and she got also maximum points, so she leads the championship with 31 points. Then it's the two NTH drivers, it's Granny and Antti, they're in second and first, and once again NTH having an amazing start here in our sim season, as Corvid will start also pretty well with P4, as then you got Kubo, then Hennady, and it's our season 12 sim champion, as then we got the animator there in P7, then it's Charge GT, Kraft, Rosim, Sobel, Juroni, Pemushes, Glacier, Riscado, then Sexy Digger and Matimar at the back. As then looking at the teams, we got FGR and NTH absolutely dominating at the moment with 50 and then 47 points. Then LSA, the constructor champions in our simulation series, in third. Then we got Mayhem Racing just 1 point behind. And as you can see, all the other teams very close behind as well. We got SCP, then BR, Lynx Racing, then it's RMC and Flowforce. This time around, the team that got second place last season now down at the bottom. But either way, I changed some of the the ratings a little bit. I made Marine Freeze stronger. Also, 90 just a little bit. And same with the animator. Rosima did decrease his rating a little bit, and I think that was it for the changes. So yeah, let's then straight up to qualifying, as I need to set up the championship here. But yeah, this should be done very quickly, as we got 49 laps, but 5 minutes qualifying. Random grid for this. The spectator mode is on. We got rain on 10%, free tire wear, then softs, then damage, nothing, and alright, so I guess we can start qualifying, and here we go. 5 minutes, tire wear free. They have pretty much 3 chances to get their fastest of laps. And here we go, we are starting with cloudy weather here. This should be interesting. But here we go, everyone here starting pretty well. As some drivers for some reason still taking that overtaking line. I see the animator there. Either way, it's Nutty now starting ahead with Corvid right in second place. So already here the simulating how fast Corvid seems to be on this track in real life. And so yeah, let's then take a look here. The fastest laps, of course, we have no laps right now, but here we go. We're gonna have some here. And who's gonna be at the front, as we got Marine Freeze already leading the way with Hennady down at second worst last, but doesn't really matter. It's the only first lap. This is not really a lap that counts for a lot of these drivers, but it might count for the drivers mostly at the back. And yes, this should be the only lap that you actually do properly with full grip. But here he goes, Nadi now takes that pole position, now cutting second place there, tied with Nandi. That's very interesting, as he got then Kubo in third, and it's Marine Frias now down into P4, tied with Rosim, as we got also another tie there. It's Charge GT and Animator for P6, so this is looking interesting. As we got also another tie here, a lot of ties here. We got Sexy Dida and Grandy, and I think for penultimate place is the two full forces there. So yeah, we got Dennis Sneddy leading the way. I don't think someone is improving. They managed to do this extra lap, but they are certainly going to the pits at the end. But they're looking pretty interesting. Got Kubo now up into P4. I think he may have improved actually. So yeah, it might be still maybe possible to do a second flying lap with these new cars, because they have more grip, so they might make the tires last a little longer. But yeah, we got then Kubo right here now in P4, who managed to actually do it with much older tires, so that's interesting. But yeah, we got then Hennady, who left the pits now. Now he's on his out lap, but soon he's going to be on a second fly lap. Can he improve his lap though? That's the big question, because he's currently tied with Kado, so that pole position is not totally secure. So let's see what will these drivers do? But yes, we already got past half the qualifying, or at least past half the time. But anyway, then we got here Nandi now on the flying lap on the back straight here, now going to the final sector with this very wiggly sector. But here he goes now, and lap is gonna be, and it's a 25.13, so he improves it, but Grant is gonna take it. Really takes back now Dynameter as well with the sub 25 lap. So nice lap there from the German driver on his home Grand Prix here, taking that pole position at the moment. As right now we see some drivers here in quite some controversy. Antti down to P14, he's up in third place in the standings, but now not really going that well. But here goes Dynameter now leading the way in this qualifying. Can some other drivers improve? I don't think so. And it might be a little bit too late to improve, but yeah, Kado now down into P5, and Andy now into third place. So big second lap here for these drivers. As soon they should be pitting for one last time, and then go for that third attempt. And here goes Nani going to the pits. Mari Free is going to follow him. Then we got Kubo as well. So this will be interesting. Got pretty much some kind of a split here. As then you can see, it's cloudy weather being announced, but doesn't matter. It's not raining, so it's still possible to make fast laps on the dries. Here goes then Nandi. Oh, it's already second pit stop. He needs to take that pole position back. At least that's what he should want. He did not have the best of starts to the season, as he got only P6, I think, in Austria. But yeah, then we got here the championship leader, only reigning in P8. There's been quite a controversy among the grid, as for some reason every card that have the template made by Glatzy, all of them, they have 1 pixel shorter, 1 file of pixels shorter, so that could mean that the cars may have been a little bit lighter, which should have maybe helped them in the performance. So there's been quite a huge controversy, but I don't think FreeAA will be doing something about this. But yeah, there's been quite some protests by some of the teams, especially Lynx Racing, but we will see how will that happen. But yeah, it's, as you can see, 2 of those teams, FCR and NTH, they did benefit from that. But as you can see, he looks like Dynameter in the meantime has improved his lap, so I think he might be taking pole position. Can Hanadi take it? No, he's not be able to take it. As you can see here, I think Kubo very close to improve his lap, but not enough. So I think this is the end of qualifying. I don't think anyone is improving. Antti improves his lap. And where is he? It's only P13. So Antti not really doing that well. But yeah, let's then take a look here to the qualifying results. But first let's put the settings as well. And here it's 49 laps. Okay, let's then take a look here at the qualifying results. And it's Dynameter starting on pole position with a lap of 24.88, and Brandy will start alongside, and it's not in third, just ahead of Kubo. Then it's Rozim in P5 with Kado in P6. Then on run number 4 we got the FGR drivers Corvid and Marion Fries, and it's Juran in Pemushes closing the top 10, and then it's Saxy Digger now starting in P11. Much better start for him as we got then the anti-amazing P12 just ahead of Sobel. Then it's Charge AT ahead of the Lynx Racing drivers. Eurist and Kraft starting quite low on the grid. And then we got, let's see, Admetimar starting at the back. So let me just drink a little bit of water before we start. And here we go. 49 laps ahead of the drivers, but I just need to check one more time. And alright. Here we go now. This should be some nice 49 laps of excitement. Here we go, we are racing here in Harshelben. We got Dynameter starting on pole position, this home Grand Prix, and we got Grady right in second place, trying to take that lead, but didn't manage to do it. As we got then Nandi here in third, just right behind Grady there. As then we got here Kuber and Razin going side by side there. Two of the best drivers in CL, now only racing in UL as they got promoted. As you got here Warzim trying to go for the overtake, but doesn't work well, as he goes now side by side there with Kado. Then Mai Free, the championship leader, now already up to P6, now up to P5. So she has already gained 3 positions at the moment, as she goes now a little bit to the outside to give Kado some space, as she keeps the position. So I think she has secured P5 at the moment. Now Kubo sneakily gets that P5 as well. So really nice, but Manifree is doing an amazing job right now on the mediums. And then we got here Razim battling Kennedy now for 3rd place. And then is Manifree is right now still in P5, but she goes very deep there. We got Kubo very close, and it's Kado also right behind. But I think Kubo doing an amazing job right now, going for P5 there he goes, passing Manifree. Now he goes too deep, but he takes it right away. There he goes, Kubo up to P5, taking full advantage of having the faster tire at the moment. He's got Tenkado making a big mistake there, so Pamush is gonna get the move there. They got Tensol and Corvid there. Now going a little bit, not having the best of exits. Corvid tries to go for the overtake, but doesn't work. Then we got also Anti here, still battling for the top 10 as he goes now on the inside line, and there he goes. Nice move there. He's got some big battles right here. We got Tensol and Kado there, trying to make some overtakes here as they go side by side to the final sector. And now into the final corner, but Kado managed to at least defend the position. In the meantime, got some battles here for 2nd place. This guy Hernani has taken it. In the meantime, we got Razim doing an amazing job right now in P4. So this is looking like a very strong race for Mayhem Racing today. With Telemeter first and Razim P4. So things are certainly looking much more interesting. Then we got here Anti versus Pamushus, a big battle here, but Anti goes off the track. Now Corvid has everything to make the overtake there, but Anti managed to block him right at the end, but now Corvid's gonna try to take it back. But no, looks like it's not really possible as we got some more battles here. Craftnell up to P11, he starts quite far at the back, so nice job there. He has the hard as well, so really amazing job there by the Finnish driver to climb up those positions. But then we got also Charge AT here, he's gonna mess up those corners, and Sobel sneakily gets that move done. And up to pit 12 goes the Flying Dutchman. And there goes now on the X. It's gonna take. Oh my god, nice move there on Kraft. But Kraft tries to fight back, but it doesn't work that pretty well. But yeah, then you got here Manifree versus Kubo in the battle for P5 as she gets completely slowed down there after messing up that corner. As you can see already, everything seems very peaceful at the front. Everyone just racing in single file with some gaps between each other. And now the first battle seems to be between Kado and Corvid here. It's for P9. So pretty much off the grid is completely peaceful right now. But there is still some battles. We got Sexy Digger versus Juruni. And now Sobel versus Kraft once again. As Kraft wants to take back that P11. And Sobel doing now quite an amazing job. But here he goes. Corvid goes into the pits. Might be the first driver to do it. Actually not. Danny Mater has pitted right ahead. Same thing with Grundy. The drivers already going for that pit stops. It does make sense. They've done 8 laps already. So Danny here has Kado right ahead. He needs to pass him as soon as he can. But yeah, we've got then Razim going to the pits now. And I think that's every single driver on the softs pitting. I don't think that anyone is staying out. So yes, pitted. I think Charge T is pitting as well. So there we go. Everyone who's taking the softs at the beginning is now going into the pits. So only the medium and the hard tires runners staying out. As you can see, Manifree is now leading the way, but she goes right into the pits as well. Let's see what tires is she gonna get. As she goes for the hard tires. So interesting strategies. You got then Hnani getting past Kraft. This is the moment there. Some of these drivers would not want to see the rain coming in, but right now it's as sunny as it could be, so there should be relief for them. As there he goes now. Danny Mater going for the inside line, and he does not really fight it that hard, but still, maybe he will. But there he goes now on the outside. Can he take the position though? I think Danny Mater is on the inside going defensive, and there he goes now. Danny Mater secure 2nd place. He did lose some time though, but now there's nothing that Andy can do. He has some really old mediums. As we see now, a drive with fresh mediums is Andy in P4. With Pamush is now leading the way on the hards. But yes, all the hards. Is he going to go to the pits right now? No, he's going to stay out. So this is actually looking interesting. Pamush could be up to something here if he goes long enough. Because right now, Danny Mater is not being able to catch up to him. And this kind of shows how big those pit stops are. They are very. You have quite a huge line going to the before entering the pit lane. So really huge pit stop. As we see now, we got some clouds getting into the track. But here we go, then we got Graf and Marin Fries now on the inside line. They go side by side with each other. Got Kubo as well. Oh, he just managed to use that run off there, but here he goes now, getting past Marin Fries. He has the soft tires. Marin Fries goes a little bit too deep, and now it's Kubo on the inside of Graf. He goes for the inside line. Oh, there he goes, Kubo taking P5. As then we got Marin Fries now trying to get past Graf on old hard tires. But let's see, Marin may go for the inside line, but I think she's too far away here. As Graf managed to defend the position from the championship leader, as you got then Rosim also close behind the Spaniard. But let's see now, what can Marin Fries do as she goes around the outside of Graf, and now she takes the position up into P6 at the moment. Nice move there. As then got Pemush is still in second place, and now he goes into the pits after 15 laps, so he really took the maximum out of those tires. And now they're completely dead. Here he goes now, going to the mediums. But his strategy is looking pretty interesting. Although we can see Marin Fries also still on fresh tires, but other drivers like the Animator, for example, already have their tires almost adding. So Pemush is pretty much doing an undercut for the likes of the Animator. But we got still Marin Fries and Rosim on the hard tires, still deciding to stay out, so not really a big problem for them, as we got in Anti on fresh softs, currently in P8. So nice recovery from P13. So he's starting. So he's pretty much trying to recover. Marin Fries is still in P5, so that's the two drivers in the top 3 right there. But you got Grandi in second place, currently in third place. So actually it's gonna be interesting to see how will the standings look like at the end of this race. As you got now Nandi leading the way on the mediums, then it's Grandi or a little bit fresher heart in second place. We then got also Kubo. I think he should be pitting very soon. But as you can see right here, we got then Rosim versus Animator versus Pemushes. Can the Mayhem brothers here slipstream each other? There goes now the Animator around the outside, and now he takes the position. And Rosim did not fight it hard, so something other is taking place there. And yeah, Rosim did have old tires. He was on a complete different race compared to his brother, so it was the most sensible thing to do, to just let him pass. As you got Ten Sobel here right now in P9, just ahead is Kubo, who just pitted for fresh new soft tires. So this is looking interesting. But I don't think the 7 pit stops might be the way to go, as now the Animator tries to get the move done on Pemushes. He goes around the outside, and now the inside line into turn 2. And there he goes, the Animator takes P4, passing Pemushes on not much older tires. With one nice pit stop, so Pemushes is really going for a good strategy here. As now right ahead is gonna be Marin Fries, his championship leader right here. She's up into third place at the moment. So things not really looking that bad for her. Currently is also Grandi here with Nandi. Nandi really now extending those mediums. He knows that he needs to save some pit stops at the moment. And right behind him is gonna be Grandi on slightly fresh hard tires. You see this is the battle now for the lead of the race. And I think, oh, there goes Grandi. Grandi's pitting earlier. That's very interesting. I think Grandi's certainly going to make undercut, but maybe he's hoping that the rain comes in right now. That might be, I think, a gamble. But it could certainly pay off. He would certainly be the effective leader of the race. But now we got the Animated Marin Fries going side by side there. The Animator goes too deep. But now he managed to take the position up to P2 he goes. Marin Fries has no choice but I think to pits very soon, but she's decided to stay out. As we see then Pemush is in P4 at the moment now. Nani goes into the pits, he gave up the gamble, so it's gonna be getting undercutted by Grandi. There goes Grandi up to P5. And then you got Kubo right here in P4. So this is looking very, very interesting right now. We got some different strategies going on. As Kubo clearly got a pretty much an undercut going on here, but now he has other tires, and now he has a very angry Iceman right behind him. Actually, he's a very shield dude, but either way, he's trying to just take that P4 at the moment. But it's not looking easy right now, as you got then Ruiz being lapped at the moment, racing in P16, as his teammate is now into the pits. Here goes now Granny, goes for the move on new race. I don't think there's much happening here. Let's see then more at the back as he got in. So, but here we go, the rain! So the rain gets announced right now. Manfred is happy to second place. Oh, this is very nice for her. We got also Promotions in third. Then we got Kubo right here. And who could this be bad for? Oh, Antti has just pitted. Oh no. Graf as well, just remember. It's Graf. Oh my god, what's happening to Graf? He didn't manage to get to the pits. Oh, he got completely blocked there by Antti. Now he's on old softs, actually fresh new softs. He needs to hope that the rain doesn't stay. But I think he's staying. It's completely light rain though. But he said he's gonna have to pit. He has no choice. But now Lewis lost of time. He went to the pit line just to not being able to pit. Oh, that's a huge disaster for Graf. And he's gonna lose a lot of positions with this now. He finally pits for new winters. Oh, that's actually is. Now he's gonna be behind, I think, even his teammates. Or maybe not, but he's down in P14. That's not really ideal. But now we got full rain going on. Oh, so this is looking interesting. We got Kubo with the wet tires now trying to pass the drivers on the Inters. And he needs to make the most out of this right now. But he's currently down in P6, as you can see. Hnedi just got past him. So Kubo not really doing his best at the moment. Then you got Kado and Antti here battling each other, but Kado now takes P9. With Charge AT now running away with P8 at the moment. But yeah, not really that much going on. But here we got here Matimar racing against Shironi. Here's there's the battling now for P16. Must be one of the biggest battles. As now we got right ahead also Hnedi versus Kubo. Kubo now finally trying to take the use of those wets on full wet conditions. So he really needs this right now as he's trying to lap his teammates. And there he goes, nice move there. But let's see now, yes, Hnedi right ahead of him. As he tried to maybe have a look on the inside now, around the outside, there he goes Kubo. And there he goes, nice move there, happy to P5. But Hnedi might still have something to say here. Can he do something though? But I think Kubo is going to be able to defend it pretty well. But now he goes a little bit too deep. Hnedi sneaks on the inside. But he takes back that P5 at the moment. So it's a pretty nice move here. You got also Grandy versus Promotions. This is for third place. Grandy's in second in the standings. So he needs to certainly get closer to Manfred. He has some title aspirations at the moment. As he's pretty much close to the title as it stands. But obviously with a lot of rounds to go. Oh, I think Grandy may get pushed on inside. And now Kubo goes for the move on P4. It looks like he has managed to pass Hnedi right before, so we got 4 drivers very close to each other here. The battle for third is certainly much more than alive. So this is looking very, very interesting at the moment. And yeah, we got here Promotions leading this pack for third place. Then we got Kubo right behind. As there's one rain coming in, and there he goes now. Kubo has the line, and there he goes on the inside line. And he takes third place as Promotions tries to dive on inside, but Kubo managed to keep it pretty well. So Kubo up to third place. This could be already a first podium of the season. As in our team he got 2 wins in the last season. And one of them was in Paradiso. And I think it was also in Yokohama, so 2 wins in the second half of last season. But yeah, he's now racing in third place. Things are looking pretty well. After a bit of a disaster for first race, I think. I'm not sure if he did that well. But yeah, then we got then Hnedi and Grandy here in the battle for P5. As then everyone else is already quite far behind and they all racing pretty isolated here. We got Razim in no man's lane, Chargeti the same. Then got Kato and then Sobon, Antti, I think battling each other now for the last top 10 position. As you know, having to let some drivers pass. Let's see, yeah, I think they have to let Promotions very soon get past here, but it's a very awkward battling here. Then you got Hnedi very close to Grady now in the battle for that P5 once again. But yeah, I think I should still watch this one. This is looking very interesting. We got Promotions having to lap them, as you can see now. There he goes, Promotions goes for kind of a double pass there. Sobo gets pushed into the grass and now they're just grabbing each other against each other now as they pass the main straight. As you can see, Saul was just trying to defend on the inside. You got then Randy right here, just trying to get past him. And now Anti goes for the sideline. There he goes, very sneakily done there. Up into P10. As soon he's gonna have to let his teammates get past him. And it looks like when the rain was over, it's not over yet. Looks like there's gonna be more rain. But yeah, either way, you got then Anti right now leading here with Sobing P10 at the moment. Once again, do they have to let someone pass though? I don't think so. I think they're now free, so. But yeah, then we got here is Nandi. Now who's gonna go off the track there? And Grady takes P5. Champion right now in our sim series, but currently is only P6. So things this season are really starting in the right way. So, but here we go now. Nandi goes for the inside line. Can he take the overtake there as he go now side by side into these corners? But once again he goes off the track, and now Grady goes into the pits. Some drivers are painting right now as the rain has stayed for quite long. That those tires are just too old right now. And so some drivers are gambling right now, just painting for fresh new tires. You can see Kubo going for the wets. Will this pay off now, though? That's the big question. I don't think the rain is ending. It looks like the rain is ending. The rain is ending, but the track is still dry. Right now it looks like the rain is going to come back, so I think painting might be the best thing. The Scubo now is using P4, but he's already catching the Pamushes. That's the difference on those tires. Huge difference on those tires. Really, there's no chance for those on the older tires to defend their positions. So now this is looking like something. There's two more to front side. He's going for the gamble though. But I think Kubo is certainly going to defend for places. Now Pamush is going to the pits. As he simply has no choice. Maybe might get past by Grady here. Oh, there we go. This is a huge difference right now. It looks like Grady's going to get the move done, and Nandi as well. So Pamush is losing 2 positions with this. But now he has slightly better tires, but does that matter though? I think 1 lap is not really that much of a difference with the wets, but it is certainly a difference when those wets were pretty old before. But right now we got then Pamushes trying to go for the move here. But now they both going to the pits. Mario Freeze has just pitted. And now Kubo is up into the lead with this. Oh, this was an amazing gamble then. Because the rain came back. And everyone now has pitted for yet another set of wet tires. And Kubo just undercutted everyone. This would be the second time that Kubo would win a race. Because of something very similar. Because of the rain, because of some undercuts. It has something to do with the rain. So let's see, this was how Kubo won in Yokohama. And now we have a big fight here for the lead, for the win. Zigotten then he made right behind. But now actually better tires, but let's see if this actually makes a difference. As this might be the last stint of the race. Let's see now that he made it still keeping it close. With Mario Freeze now recovering to 3rd place. But yeah, she did lost 1 position here because of Kubo. With that cable that paid off, he was one of the first drivers to pit for fresh new wets. And it really worked out pretty well. So this certainly did shake up the grid a little bit, I would say. But yeah, we got here Danny Mater just getting close to Kubo, but not close enough to go for any overtake. But we will see how this is gonna go. But yeah, not really much happening there. It's just racing close to each other. But I think we might have something here. We got Graphics and Sobel, but once again they're just racing close to each other. No actual battling happening. But yeah, can Danny Mater do something? Because Kubo is just right there. It's not like it's impossible to catch him. And now there he goes. I think he's getting some pace here. We might have a fight for the lead very soon. So stay still as we see now Danny Mater going for the sideline. Can he take the overtake for the win? And there he goes, Danny Mater. Danny Mater leads the Grand Prix now with three laps to go. He takes that lead back. with Kubo now still in second place, and Mary Freeze, I think she's too far behind to take second. So I think she has lost for pitting too late. And I think it's Danny Mater now leading the way. Could this be finally a win since season 10 though? I think this time it might be confirmed, but I don't think Kubo might be giving up this easily. As this is a win on the line, it would be his third in our sim series, and now the rain is going to come back. So now we know that no one will be pitting for the dry tires. But here we go now, Kubo looking to fight back now on the final laps of the race. Just 1.5 lap to go. I don't think it's even that. It might be even lower. And now there he goes. Danny Mater is going to cross the line for one last time, and here he goes now. Final lap of the race. Can Kubo catch back to Danny Mater? I think he might try and go for the inside line. No, he can't. So Danny Mater leading the way. Kubo is running out of chances right here. I think Danny Mater is gonna do it. And now we are on the back straight here. Kubo might have his last chance here. Can he do something? And I think no, I don't think he can. And so there he goes. Danny Mater wins his home Grand Prix here as Kubo takes second place. And then Maya will finish in third place. Then Granny will finish P4. It's Nelly once again P5, then Promotions in P6. And then it's Razim finishing P7. With 10 Charge AT will be finishing P8. But Jesus Christ, they're quite far behind. Huge skill gap, it seems, on this track. Very surprising. So we've got Sobo now. P9, then with Graf here in P10. And Anti here, P11. Everyone does seem to be very isolated here, but Kraft to maybe try to take P9 here from Solo. Can he do it? No, he can't. It was close, but not close enough. With Anti, now he's going to be finishing P11. And then he's Cado then in P12. With Reese here, with Corvid very close to each other. This might not be over with Matimar as well, but Mati, I think he's one lap behind actually. Then he's Sexy Digger finishing P15. And then it's Matimar, then P16. And I think there's not really much going on right now, so yeah, I believe this was it. This was a race though. Danny Mater takes his win in a home race. Pretty well done. As you can see right here, the race results. So Danny Mater takes the win on his home Grand Prix. Nice victory there, as we then got Kubo then in second place. Then Maya Freeze completes the podium. I believe she will still lead the championship. Then is Grandy in second place, taking the fastest lap as well. Then Hanani finishing in the top 5. Then you got a PAR sandwich with Promotions, Brazil and Charge AT. Then is Sol and Kraft closing the top 10. Then just outside the top 10 we got Anti and Kado. Then is Uris finishing just ahead of Corvi. Then is Sexy Digger in P15. Then it's Matimar ahead of Shironi. Then Glatzy as well in last place. So this was it. This was racing round 2 in our simulation series in season 13. Next round, I need to check once again. I'm always forgetting where the next races are. But it shouldn't be too far away. I believe it's going to be in Europe as well. But and I think it's going to be Matra. So that's the track from Hanandi. I think some kind of a homage to the team that was very successful in GT3 and WAC leagues in our Discord server. So either way, this was a race from round number 2. I hope you guys like it, and see you next time.